I think it's like absolutely nuts how, when you get that thing, when you have that experience that makes sense in your life in the context of what you do, you can sort of interpret and you can sort of map to the ways in which it is likely to transform your life, even if you can't see the specifics of exactly what it's going to be, like what are the exact use cases going to be. You have this very visceral sense of like, okay, like this is future, this is the future, right? I remember that for me,
Yeah.
I remember having this very distinct thought where I was like, oh, this is exactly like the first time I used the internet. I had no idea like how the world was going to be different exactly, but I knew it was. And that's exactly what AI was for me as well.
Awesome. I think in my mind, I actually don't have that long of a career in the building industry. An architect is an older person's career, generally speaking, because they have to gain all this experience, which I
Right,
think is
right,
unfortunate to an extent that you have to wait so long until you have experience to be really good at what you're doing.
right.
But I just saw the complexity of buildings just grow and grow and grow. And I thought there's no way that a traditional architecture function
Mm,
could handle that complexity the way they used to. Look at buildings from the 1930s or 40s. You had radiator heating. You maybe didn't have forced air moving through a building. You sure as hell didn't have cameras and audio equipment and microphones and speakers and controlled VAV boxes, and, moving air in and out of buildings, automated blinds, automated building systems. You didn't have all
right.
this technology. Then on top of that, you didn't have these sustainability requirements and all this other regulation and codes. And, just the complexity of buildings has grown so much that, I just, being close to data in my career, I just knew that there was a need to wrangle that complexity. And I didn't think more people was going to
Yeah.
be the way in which we could really wrangle that complexity well, that a computer could really understand that complexity if the data and, algorithms are integrated really well.